Hey, live song reviews. We're back, baby. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to dive right in because I really got like an hour with you guys tonight. Say what's up if you're here right now. Just say what's up in the chat. It's been a while since I've done a live song review, so what's up, Primal Panic? Justin, how you doing, bro? Hey, live song reviews. We're back, baby.
Oh my God.
Hope you guys... It's doubling up. Holy shit. What's up, Sonic Universe? What's up? Major Moment. All right. That's what's up. Eddie Mick, what's up? Awesome. Founder of Nero. Sick, dude. Sick. Yeah, first time actually using it on this platform. So we'll see how it goes, my man. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's dive right into the songs. I don't want to waste anyone's time here. Now, if you uploaded, you're going to be on this little list here, okay? And I'll show you what this looks like. Let me make my my picture-in-picture a little bit smaller. Just like massive. How you guys doing? How's everyone been? You guys working on music? It's November. Holy shit, it's November 9th. Like, so many artists, man, they just like, wait, and then they don't do anything, and then the year ends, and then they're like, this year, bro. They wait for the new year. This year I'm really gonna get serious with my music. Just jump back on the horse, you know what I mean? What's up, SDY? Steven, what's up, man? All right, cool. So first song I got here, and if you guys want to skip the line at all, you can click that little link there in the chat. I think I pinned it. There's like a little link there that you can skip. Otherwise, I'm just going to go in order. And pretty much what happens is whoever paid to like skip is going to go first. And the Sonic Universe, Lady Like You, is number 1 tonight. So let's tap in. Let's have a listen. Oh, and let me know if there's anything weird with the audio, because I have to do this really weird routing thing with Ecamm Live. So just let me know about levels and stuff.
I wonder what she's thinking. There's mystery within her mind. I should talk to her now, 'cause the time is ticking. Gonna take her for a magical ride. Hey, do you wanna come up to meet me? I'm in a trance with that sparkle in your eye. Yeah, hop up on it. This rocket babe.
Sorry, just double checking. Everything good with the audio? I can't tell what you guys are hearing exactly. And like I said, I'm doing some crazy routing shit. So just let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If it's not like clipping out or it's not super quiet, shit like that. Por favor. I know there's a delay to the stream, so I'm going to wait a second. Come on, guys. Come on. Help me out, motherfuckers. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sick. Let's keep it going. Let's kind of rewind back a little bit here. Sounds like we're going to get to a chorus here.
Trance with that sparkle in your eye. Yeah, hop up on it. This rocket baby. Blast off, let's ignite this flame. 'Cause, ooh, it takes a lady like you. 'Cause you give me, oh, so high, yeah. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. 'Cause you lift me to the sky, yeah. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. 'Cause you give me, oh, so high, yeah. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. A lady like you. It takes a lady like you. What? Now I've got her attention. Our energy is synchronized. She feels it too, there's no apprehension. Can't look away, I'm hypnotized. Hey, do you wanna come up to meet me? I'm in a trance, gonna wave this world goodbye. Yeah, hop up on it. This rocket baby. Blast off, let's ignite this flame. 'Cause, ooh, it takes a lady like you. Me and you going to the moon, rendezvous. Supernova black hole view. How we getting through? Stellar Cascade 2. You must all shoot crew. Yeah, it's true, and it's just us two. Which girl got an astral debut? Guess who? A lady like you. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. A lady like you. Ooh, it takes a lady like, takes a lady like, lady like you. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. 'Cause you give me oh so high, yeah. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. 'Cause you lift me to the sky.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what you want for feedback for this song specifically, but there are a lot of things that are kind of catching my ear about it that I would change or I would fix. And just like to point out like the obvious stuff right away. The compression is like set really bad. I think you're attacking too fast, and I think you're over processing your vocals. I'm hearing it a lot on the attack of everything. So like on the, you know, the beginning, the syllables of the words. I don't know how better to explain it, but your compression and your EQ is like super overdone, and it's like not very flattering to the vocal. It almost just makes it sound very robotic, and I don't know how to really like, okay, so like Lady Like You, this song feels like it should be really smooth, but the vocals feel really like consonant heavy because of the compression attack. So your compressor attacking on your vocals is like really fast, and I would slow it down and I would try to smooth out those transients on your vocals.
I should talk to you now, 'cause the time is ticking.
Talk to it now, cause the time is ticking. Like that kind of shit is like really, to me, it's like, it's pulling me away from the song, you know? It's like, oh, God damn, like someone spitting in your ear, or someone like talking in your ear when you're at a club or at a bar. Oh my God, that's like a pet peeve of mine. When they're like drunk or they're buzzed and they're like yelling in your ear, you're like, dude, I can fucking hear you, you know, like, get out of my ear. That's what it feels like. So that's like the first thing that I really noticed right away. Second thing I noticed right away is a lot of the sounds feel really stock sounding. Like they're just not very unique. They kind of just feel dated to me. Like very, like here's Ableton stock sounds and loops and just like not a whole lot of like layers to the production, which, you know, can sometimes work but it's not really working with this song for me personally. It feels like too dimensional, if that makes sense. And that has nothing to do with reverb and delay and all that stuff. It has a lot to do with like layering, right? And texturizing sounds. Just having like one drum loop sort of thing happening, and like one, you know, let's go to the chorus here. Like specifically when you go from the, you know, verse pre-chorus to the chorus, like those times don't dynamically shift enough for me. Like they feel kind of like flat.
Do you wanna come up to meet me? I'm in a trance with that sparkle in your eye. Yeah.
Okay, like that right away, even the vocal, like still having that consonant heavy thing with like overdone saturation, poor settings on the compressor, maybe over compressing, overdoing stuff, like, and it's like perfectly edited. It's like chopped. You can tell that you like went in and chopped every single bit of empty part out, empty space, and strip silence like crazy. Like it's very, very surgical feeling. And it's like very chop, you know, like robotic feeling to me.
This rocket, baby. Blast off, let's ignite this flame. 'Cause, ooh, it takes a lady like.
Right, and they were like, oh, we're blasting off, and then it's like just drums and vocal, and like it just feels like we're not going anywhere. It's very dynamically the same as the verse. So if I like went from here, the chorus here, and I'll go back to the verse.
like you. 'Cause your time is ticking. 'Cause you give me out 'cause the time. Lady like you.
Right? We're not even really going up higher or like moving much with the vocal. You know, time is, we take the lady like you. Like it's, like it's not dynamically like shifting enough to like be an exciting chorus, like maybe like what you're thinking it should be doing. I'm not sure what you're going for, but for me personally, like I would want that dynamic shift to be bigger. That can happen maybe with like an octave jump on some harmonies stacks on the vocals. I do really like what you did with the vocoder halfway through the chorus or so.
To the sky, yeah. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. 'Cause you give me oh so high, yeah. Ooh, it takes a lady like you. A lady like you. It takes a lady like you. Ooh, it takes a...
Yeah, it's just it's feeling really flat to me, right? And you have those shouts and stuff. I think the shouts even like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like the shouts don't feel deep. They don't feel like dimension is in them. So they just feel like to the sky, yeah. You know, it's like just more voices going on. You can try like doing different timbres, harmonizing a little bit more. You know, because like even with your stacks, there's not a whole lot of harmony in them.
lady like you. 'Cause you give me oh so high, yeah.
Oh, so high, yeah. You know, it's like, that's how it feels. It doesn't feel like really big. So those are just like some production notes and stuff and mix notes and, you know, just like performance wise, I think like, you know, it's a taste thing. Like some people are really going to like this song because they like this style of music, you know, it's kind of got that like electro pop kind of thing going on. For me, I think the style feels a little bit dated. Like I want to hear something that you're doing that's going to freshen it up a little bit more. You know what I mean? And that's just really in production and layering and like textures and, you know, trying different things that, you know, you haven't, like you're not really hearing before in this style of like, you know, early 2000s electro pop or whatever. So I don't know. Hopefully that is really helpful for you. That's what I'm hearing. And I would say like fix the things you can fix right away, like the low hanging fruit. You know, get the vocals under control where they're not super process sounding, you know, because that does start to sound like an AI generated vocal, you know, and I think that people are really kind of turned off by that nowadays. So over processed vocals, any sort of performance that feels really robotic, I think people are pretty turned off by, like in 2025. That doesn't mean that, you know, you have to make your music specifically for people to like. That's not what I'm saying. But you did submit the song to be reviewed on a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So I think you do care about how it's going to be received by the public. So those are my opinions and kind of the feedback I would give you on this. But yeah, cool, man. Thank you. Thanks for submitting. And let's move on. Ballers and Senators by Eddie Mick. And you guys, everyone's handles right here if you want to follow anybody, you know, at the Sonic Universe. You know, if you guys really like that song, go follow. And let me know what you guys think about it. I don't know how to vote or do any of this stuff on this platform. I'm sure it's got a lot of features. I don't know how to do any of them. So I'm just going to go through the songs and try to help you guys out tonight. Ballers and Senators, Eddie Mick. We got Eddie X Mick. Okay. This is the founder of Nero. This is the guy that made this platform. So let's tap in and have a listen. Better be good, Eddie. Better not fuck us up, man. Let me see. I got to like fix all my audio and shit. Boop.
You want me to, but I'm ready to learn. Yes, I'm ready to learn.
Yeah. Stumbling out of the crib, sun burning down on the back jacket or hoodie, I know that I could be the shit. Nervous, my purpose is more than just music, but fuck it, I guess it is do what I did. Homie, I do it again. Murdered the game with a pen. Murdered the drink with my friend. Now she wanna leave, but baby, it's 10. Settle the score, the more the merrier. Jealousy sore, I swore to bury a part with the part of my heart that is heavy. I roam with my dogs from Boston, they terriers. And she got a wagon, she covered like settlers. She only shows the brothers and senators. She know the gold, I gone it like Jennifer. So all my homies better go and live their life, eh? Espalone, shake that margarita twice, eh? And what's the best when you can't afford to feed your wife, eh? So fuck a trend, all I follow is my light, eh? I'm from NJ, I ain't worried about the fight, eh? Half a bar, now I ain't worried about the flight, eh? Know my brand gon' outdo Mike J's. Give it 5 years, I'll be goated like yay. Yeah.
Make you understand to hold your head right now. I don't even know how to keep.
Dope, dude. Dope. So, I think the song is relying really heavy on the sample. I don't know where you pulled it from or anything. I used to sample like crazy. It's kind of like how I got my start was like sampling MPC. I used all the different MPCs and like sampled records and made beats that way. But I really like it. I think there's a lot of like ways that, it's hard to give you feedback when it's already on Spotify. It's like, oh, here's what I would have done differently. You know what I mean? And this channel is not just like a review channel, like where I'm going like, yeah, that's sick, bro. I love how you had that bar, bro. I get pretty deep into arrangement, mixing, mastering, production, recording, all that stuff. So I'm just going to give you some feedback overall on this. So I think like for the most part, it fits really nicely. Like, I like that your vocals aren't overly processed. I like how they are super natural sounding, even though I know you have compression, you have EQ on them and everything. I think the average listener is going to hear that as just like a very natural sounding 90s golden era hip hop sound, which is really good. It fits the record nicely. The intro is like way too long. I think for streaming, people are going to skip that, and obviously this was put out in 2021, it looks like, and Ballers and Senators. So it's a pretty old song. And you're at like 2,300 streams on it, right? So I think you're going to get a big skip rate, like a high skip rate on this song because of the intro. So for me personally, like if I was producing something like this, and it's also the first song on an album, right? So it is kind of your intro song. I get it. So you're flowing a little bit different as far as like arrangement stuff for a 7-song EP. But if this was standing on its own, which it really is because it's on Spotify and people listen to music like this, they go here and they click on the top and the popular stuff, or they find it in a playlist, etc. So that being said, when I hear this song right away, I'm like, dude, how long is this sample going to last? And it even like slowly fades in, right?
I don't even know how to do, but I'm ready to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, so like 31, 32 seconds in, the whole song is only 1 minute and 55, and you have a long outro with that sample as well. It's like almost half the song is like that sample playing from from the beginning and then at the ending, like as your bookmarks. And I think people are going to skip. And you have to remember, you only get paid for a stream on Spotify if it goes over 30 seconds. So just another thing to think about. So your streams don't even count as a payment. You're not going to get paid on your mechanical or your publishing at all if someone doesn't stick around for at least 30 seconds. So right now you're at 32 seconds. And I think like a producer, I think like this is my livelihood. This is how I make a living. So if I was producing this record, I'd be like, nah, man, we got to like have that sample like, I'm ready, do, 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 like play the chord progression through and then just, and then boom, and hit the drums and come in. I just think most people are going to skip it. And that sucks because then they never get to you and your song and your bars and everything else and what you got to say. That being said, everything else sounds pretty cool for what it is, like what you're trying to do here. I think the drums for me, like I feel like, let me listen here.
crib, sun burning down on the back of the hoodie. I knew that I could be the shit. Nervous, my purpose is more than just music, but fuck it, I guess it is do what I did. Homie, I do it again. Murdered the game with a pen. Murdered the drink with my friend. Now she
Yeah, I think like the mix is really good for what it is. Like for this style and this vibe, I think it's nailed. It's nice and smooth. There's nothing like I'm going, oh, I got to turn that down. There's nothing weird about it. So yeah. And then like delivery and stuff and rapping, like that's really, really hard in 2025. I think you have to stand out in some way. You have to have something that makes people go, oh shit, this is really interesting and new, you know? Especially with hip hop and rap, because we've heard it all. We've like literally heard all these flows. We've heard the J. Cole flows. We've heard the Kanye flows. We've heard, you know, everything and anything in between, you know, Pusha T. Like we've heard all of these flows before. So if you're not doing it at that level of Pusha T or Kanye or, you know, like it's going to be really, really hard to stand out in this genre. And dude, I say that to every rapper that I know. If you don't have something really special about you, your tonality, like something that you're doing that's super unique to you, it's going to be damn near impossible to get anywhere in hip hop, especially in 2025. Like, damn, it's not even on the charts anymore. You know, like people are so exhausted of the same flows. So those are my, like, that's my feedback, my initial like response to that song. So hopefully that helps, man. I like it though. I like it. I grew up on that shit. I grew up on, you know, Talib Kweli, the early Kanye stuff. My really good friend and my, you know, the guy I started Radium Media with, you know, he had cuts, like deep cuts on Kanye West stuff, like back in the days that never got released. So he had placements with that, with Ye, like 2 or 3 songs that he showed me. They're not out, but they're like just like that. Soul samples, you know, Kanye just gassing on it. And then a lot of Lil Wayne tracks that we worked on, like, fuck man, I want to say 22 years ago, somewhere around there. So I'm very, very familiar with the genre. Also, Gerald G-Eazy, I met him and was like, you know, friends with him before he kind of like took off. When he was like selling out shows that had 250 people, you know, all a bunch of little girls. Anyway, I digress. Xavier Soul in Nostalgia. Let's go. If you guys want to follow, go follow Eddie X Mick on Instagram. And he started this platform, which is a really cool platform. So thank you for doing that, man. Seriously, this is like so much easier than having people upload to Dropbox. All right, Xavier Soul in Nostalgia. And you guys, I am going from the queue of people that paid to skip the line, okay? So there's 46 songs in here. If you're not paying to skip the line, you're not going to get heard tonight. So just letting you know, I'm going to be straight up with you. Xavier Soul in Nostalgia. Let's lock in.
In nostalgia that pure life energy. Come take a step with me. In nostalgia, bathing it with me. Now that the past doesn't feel like the past, it's more make-believe. In nostalgia, everyone sees the good that we had. We wear as a mask that don't feel right to me. In nostalgia,
Sick, dude. I think this is a really interesting song. I think there's a lot of different genres at play here, and it sounds new. You know, it sounds like fresh. To me, it feels like it's R&B, but then it has like hip hop and rap in it. Like, you know, there's influences there, and then there's almost like an influence of like emo. Yeah, like emo, like the vocals themselves feel very emo, like early 2000s emo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really interesting. As far as the mix goes, because I know this isn't your song, it's a mix you did for a friend. I see this song unreleased. I would say overall, your low end is like pretty bloomed out, right? And I think it can be tightened up. It's cool to go for a big low end on this song. I think that's really cool. But overall, it's just like blooming too much. And the best way to explain it is kind of like the low end bass. It's mainly the bass, not really the drums, I don't think.
when I was nice. If we could rewind, undo the broken hearts.
Yeah, like it's almost in like the low mids, right? So that like 300 to probably lower than that, probably like in like 100, 150 area. That's really where it's like just blooming really heavy. And when that kick drum and the bass is hitting at the same time, you're getting like this kind of clipping, ducking thing that's happening on the vocals and the rest of the music, which it's just not very cool. I don't think it really works super well with this record. I think this record wants to be like pretty open and really deep and, you know, three-dimensional, and it still needs to keep that warmth, but the low end needs to be focused a little bit more, in my opinion. And I think it's really, all the low end is focused in that low area. Like it's not really giving me like,
If we could rewind.
yeah, it's not really giving me like the sub, and it's not really giving me above it. It's like all focused in this one area of the low end. And I feel like it's just like bloomed out too much. Other things are the vocals like feel way too saturated, especially like on certain words. It's like, what is he saying there? Like, you know, it's like, it's feeling really, really distorted in like a, in not such a good way on the consonants. So it feels good on the vowels, but the saturation is like just kind of crushing those consonants.
Time. I remember a time when I didn't care about who I was.
Yeah, like I don't think that that's the right look and sound for that vocal coming in. In my opinion, I think it's way too distorted. You're saturating it, I don't know, with Saturn, maybe with a tape plugin, maybe with a bunch of other stuff. I don't really know what you're using, but it's in multiple stages and it's making that vocal sound really like weird to me. Especially right there. That should feel like really soulful and like nice, you know, smooth. But it feels kind of distorted. You could maybe do that texturized kind of thing on the chorus, you know, but then also on there's like a rapper or something, or a rap verse here.
get that pure life energy.
Yeah, just so much saturation on everything. It's like overly done, in my opinion. But, you know, like whatever, if you like it and you want it all like super saturated like that, you know, do your thing. But to me, it's like overdone and it's taking away from like the lyrics and like what I'm actually, like what is the story, you know? It's like, it's all very like, you know, crunched up. But yeah, man, it's cool vibe. Like I really do think it's something unique. Let's move on. Gravity, Mr. Primal Panic. Let's tap in here. Oh, demo. He puts demo. All right. All right. So you uploaded a demo. Great.
Said that we were wrong, but you're the one who wrecked and walked away. I'd have died to try another day. Your Polaroid, your memory, your Soviet, your history, your analog, your legacy, but your oxygen and your gravity. And I tried to find that I could hide behind. She's the one asleep inside my bed. You're the one awake inside my head. Your Polaroid, your memory, your Soviet, your history, your analog, your legacy, but your oxygen and your gravity. Your Polaroid, your memory, your Soviet, your history, your analog, your legacy, but your oxygen and your gravity. I don't need you anymore. Pick myself up off the floor. Lost the fight, won the war. Oh, I miss you more and 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 more. Polaroid, your memory, your Soviet, your history, your analog, your legacy, but your oxygen and your gravity. Your Polaroid, your memory, your Soviet, your history, your analog, your legacy, but your oxygen and your gravity.
Cool, man. Cool. Definitely a demo, right? Let's see. Like, where do I start? So for me, it's like really boring. It's a boring song. But that doesn't mean that you can't bring in like more beautiful elements. You know what I mean? Like overall, like the vocal and guitar, like by itself, here's the thing, like this guitar to me sounds a little too programmed for what the vocal's doing. Like that feels almost like you're playing like a MIDI guitar or something. I think it's almost like too perfect sounding as far as that tone goes. So I'm not really sure if it's like, I'm not really sure if it's like maybe that sound needs to be layered with more humanity throughout. So maybe if you can like, get into it more and think about layering the ARP instead of adding new stuff that's going to be more padded or whatever else, right? For now, like just try to get that sound to just start to blossom and bloom and become more human and add more humanity to it.
History on a road, your Polaroid, your oxygen and your gravity.
Right, so you have an electric guitar that comes in there with it to counter it, but it's not playing the same thing as the ding 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 ding, And I think the baritone electric. Okay, so it sounds like a programmed like MIDI thing to me. What you might want to do is like start adding different layers to it. Is all I'm saying. Is like maybe then an acoustic can layer in with it. Ding 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 ding. You can play like a Nashville tuning kind of thing on top of it. You could then add like a tenor guitar into it. You can add like a piano, really soft piano into it. Like the layers could just keep going and it'll make that sound so much more texturized and humanized. And then maybe even like reamp stuff in the room and like, take the acoustic and like throw it through your Fender Blues Deluxe and reamp it and put the mics in the kitchen and the amp like in a different room and just like make it more interesting for the ear as it evolves, because the song right now just kind of like stays, right? Even the chorus, it's like, it's not a catchy chorus. It's, like someone said here, I think it's boring but authentic, so fuck it, right? Like, I think that's a good statement, and I don't disagree with that. But I also think that there's a lot of opportunities for this to flourish into something a lot more beautiful. Even just getting another player on it that plays like a stringed instrument and just doing interesting like string textures, like just fucking around on a viola. Anything to like give me more human touch. And I even think you have an opportunity to like bring in some like really basic drum pattern with like an acoustic drum kit in a room that sounds really bare, like a 3-piece kit, just boom, 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 just so we can get more dimension and more dynamic out of it. It's almost 4 minutes long and it's super repetitive and it doesn't do much and it doesn't move much. And I think like the things like moving around it and like just adding in new things like every 8 bars, 16 bars, during each section, whatever, and it starts to build. It kind of goes along with the idea of gravity, right? Like, and also another thing I noticed is when you're saying gravity, like that is not profound enough. Like let's listen to the chorus, for example.
History, Polaroid, your memory, your Soviet, your history, your analog, your legacy, but your oxygen and your gravity.
I like that you like go up there, like, gravity, like that's cool, but it needs support. Like that part needs support. Gravity, like on the gravity hit, you could put in something lower, right? Like a lower tone or a lower octave or, boom, like a big low bell or a low bass note or something to pull down into gravity, right? Because you're going gravity, you're going up, and it's like, I don't know if that's like hitting the emotional part of like what you're saying. You might even mess around with cadence of how you're singing, da 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 dee 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 da 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 dee dee dee. Your gravity. Like, take a pause, take a breath. Let us know that is the tagline. You know what I mean? Make it hit harder. Make it pull us down harder. Right now, it just sounds like da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da da dee da 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 gravity. Just something to kind of like define that moment. That could be a lot of things. So it's up to you. That's your production. It's your song. But those are the notes I got for you. I know it's a demo, so I'm not going to sit here and like executively produce it for you right now on this live stream. But hopefully that's helpful. Love Will Shine, Deborah Colony. A theater song from my new musical, The Virtuoso. Sick.
Everybody's got broken dreams. Everybody's got worn out schemes. Everybody's got some tale to tell. For every man who done you wrong, I sat down and wrote this song. You're gonna hear some wedding bells, and love will shine like a candle in the darkness on the coldest night. Love will be your light, love will shine. And every time you say this pleasure never will be mine, you keep coming back for more until one time when love will shine. And every dream you ever dreamed is coming out just fine on the street of broken dreams. Love is gonna shine.
Deborah, you should definitely have me mix this for you, or someone mix this for you. It's not making sense to me, and maybe I don't know. Maybe that's because you're trying to like be literal with your musical, and like you're like, oh, the actor's stage, right or left or whatever, and that's what I'm doing here is I'm panning. Like, that doesn't work. The key's like really loud on the right and the vocal panned hard to the left with the other stuff going on that I can't hear really. I can't define. I think drums are over there as well. It just feels really awkward. The writing so far and the melodies and the lines, like voice leading and all that, sound great. Like I'm not against any of that, but this is really confusing to the brain.
Everybody's got love to give. Everybody's got a life to live. Everybody's got some place to be.
Yeah, it feels like this is in like super demo phase, like super duper demo phase. I don't know if you cut this yourself or if someone's helping you with this, but like, hard panning stuff, like that's not going to work. I don't think personally, like, I think people are going to hear that and go, what the fuck, what's going on here? So what I would do is get the vocal in the middle, drums in the middle, electric keys, the Rhodes, whatever you got going on, panned really hard, right? Like get that kind of like more in the center, and like maybe it's a little bit to the right, and then give us something else, maybe a piano a little bit more to the left. It needs more composition, it needs more arrangement, and it needs orchestration. And that's the thing, like you have the top line, you have the chords, and you have the harmonic structure, but you don't have any of the other stuff. There's literally no orchestration whatsoever. You have a very basic drum pattern, which I can't really even hear very well. But yeah, super duper demo, right? It's like, it's in it's infancy. Like the vocal sounds great, but as far as I could tell, like I can't really tell, it's just all over the place. Yeah, it's like the keyboard is like super up front, and it's like to the right, and it's like boom, coming at you. And then the vocal's like over here, and it's like back in the back, and like it's all crazy, man. So I think the first thing you want to do is just get a good balance and just a decent panned out mix going. It doesn't even have to be like no verb, nothing. Like just get the damn thing set up and put it in a space, like put it on a stage, and make sure it makes sense before anything else. The melody, again, and the top line, like it's classic sounding, right? And this could be a cool song, but you need a producer on this. Like straight up, the first thing I would do with this is go, who's producing this? Oh, my friend's doing it for free or whatever. Fire him or her. Like they're fired. If you're doing it, you're fired. You're not the producer. This is not working. So get someone else to produce it. Like that's the first thing I would do, especially if this is for your musical, like, invest something in it. Definitely spend the time on this, because you could have like a string arrangement that would be so beautiful. You can have keys in a full band or whatever. You could have upright bass. You could have cellos, there's all sorts of things that you could do with this. You just need some references. Like I would start with, hey, here's the vibe we're going with, we're going for. Have some references up, like we want this really classic sound, and then figure out like, what's the budget? Because that's going to depend. Like, then you might have to hire someone that, produces and composes and arranges and orchestrates and all that stuff all in one, and then hire a mixing and mastering engineer separate. But yeah, like this right now is like, it's almost just hard to listen to, like in my opinion. So just do the basics first. Like whatever DAW this is in right now, just like pan things out, get it nice, Yeah. And you'll get what I'm saying. Like this is super demo stage. But I love the vocal, and I think the melody there, Love Will Shine, and like that just sounds really classic to me. I worked with Thelma Houston years ago. If you know who she is, like very, so talented, like such a talented singer, but, her vibe I think would be really cool. Like if you listen to her classic records, like that kind of style would be super dope, in this, but yeah, that's what I think of that one. SDY, here we go. Hear Me Out, tracked, prepped for mix. Great to get your thoughts on the song. Okay, cool. I can't ever tell, like, do I have to click on this or just hover over it, I think. Okay, cool. Let's lock in SDY.
Feel me tell
Cool vibes, dude. I like it. I think most of the stuff that I would like give you notes on this one is gonna be in the mix, right? Like there's like dynamic parts you need to automate up. Like guitars need to, especially electric guitars need to like, you know, like there's parts that things need to like come up and like get more in your face. And then, you know, things need to fall back, and like you have to play that dance on this one, which is a lot of automation, I think, because for the most part, to me, it sounds like drums and acoustic guitar and vocals right now. Like that's what I'm hearing the most. And like, that's how it's laid out for me. Even the bass is like kind of weak and puny and thin, you know? So it's a lot of that. It's like getting things to like pop out. And also you have like that you have that soft voice up at that top, that upper register. So like that has to be really, you know, defined and made room for within this space. So I think like a track like this, and especially with the mix and master, you're looking for like this like wide, powerful push forward with the vocal that like is laced in and it's defined. Because right now I can't understand the vocal. The vocal is like ill-defined and it's like tucked in too much. You know, it's like not like even the melodies, it's like hard to see what's going on. You say you felt it. Like they feel so like not important. So yeah, I could tell you're a drummer. You know, the drums are like super important, and even the drums are kind of tucked back. They're like in a space in a room. But I even think like the drums can feel more forward. Overall, like it's like the song is like trying to find itself, and it's going to find itself in the mix. Like no shit. And this is one of those songs where that kind of happens. Like you're like, I'm not really sure what needs to be the star right here. I'm not really sure what's going on. So we'll just have an overall kind of balance. And then in the mix, you're going to be like automating, pushing things forward. You know, like the drums come forward on this fill, and then they sit back on the verse, and the vocals come forward on the verse. You know what I mean? There's a whole dance that needs to play off here that has to be done really well. So I'm excited about that. Like, I think that this song will really come together with a mix. And yeah, it's cool, man. I think it's a really cool vibe. One thing I noticed a lot about your writing overall is that it's super repetitive. Almost to the point where I'm like, okay, it's too repetitive now. I don't know how you feel about that. I'm just giving you my opinion, but it's like when I hear a song where I just like, I can skim through it and I hear the same part over and over and over, no matter where I skim through it, I kind of start feeling like, oh my God, dude, this is too repetitive. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear the same thing over and over and over and over again, you know? And I feel like that part, you know, you say you felt it, da, 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 da. Like that part, like, I don't know how many times you sing that in this song, but it feels like most of the song is that. So I don't know if there's a place for you to kind of trim this down a little bit, you know? You're 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Is there a way to take one of those out? Or, you know, maybe the last chorus is not a double chorus. Maybe it's just one, you know, something like that. Like, cause it's like, even if let's just skim through the song real quick.
To a different point. Love to see you. You say you felt it. Till the day. Let it hit me off. Feels to be alright. You say you felt it. Now I'm feeling you go. Want you to know it's not the same. Feel like rain. You say you felt it. You felt it. Oh,
It's a catchy motif, you know, like da 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 da. Like it's catchy for sure, but it feels like it's like, whoa, every 30 seconds or so, like I'm hearing that again. And I don't know. Something about that just kind of like, ugh, you know, I want more. It's weird because like you're like, oh, we need more parts, right? You're like, oh, I'll throw a bridge in there, I'll throw this in there, I'll throw that in there, and it's like all of a sudden it's like it's still so many parts of that same thing, that same phrase, and that same melodic structure. And it's also like the melodies aren't like jumping much, you know, from like verse to chorus. So that melody itself just feels like it gets overplayed to my ear. But there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that inherently is like going to make or break the song. I just think it's something to pay attention to. Like even if you came in with it, like, you know, in a different way, like iterate it or have like a harmony that sticks out on it, you know, instead on the last chorus or something, you know, just to give the ear a break from that motif. But it's cool. I like it. Do you guys want to hear a song that I'll be putting out? And then I'll move on to promises here. What do you got here? Hey, Bradley, sorry, sick. Major moment. Okay. Yeah. I could play you guys a new song. It's a new one I'll be dropping. I think on the 21st is when I'm going to be dropping it. It's called Summer Rain. I've kind of put it in some of my content, but it's finally like finished, you know, like I'm ready to ship it, man. I've like been working on it for way too long. But I'll play it for you guys. I don't think I've ever played it for anybody all the way through. So this would be like the first time anyone's really hearing this song. Besides, you know, my very, very close friends. But yeah, I'll play this one for you. Summer Rain. And I know it's not summer anymore, but you know, guess what? It is summer in Brazil. It is summer in Costa Rica. It is summer in the other part of the world, the other half of the world. So America's not the only place in the world. All right, here it comes.
I don't mind your summer rain keeping me up. She don't need me to rush to make good love. And when I'm ready to drown, she keep pulling me out. We
Boom, that's Summer Rain. That's going to come out on Friday the 21st, so you guys definitely tap in with that. It's pretty much a sex song, let's be real. Sex, sex, sex. Sex sells, boys and girls. All right, let's move on. Major Moment Promises. Let's dive in.
Well, I don't know if I should say it. I don't wanna make this worse.
I don't hold back for anybody else.
Every time that I replay it, I can see how much this hurts.
You slip away the more I try to help.
I only hurt myself.
I try to keep it honest, but I just pushed you away. I crossed too many lines with all the things I didn't know I couldn't say. Somewhere beyond this, if I could just get you to stay, maybe you'll remember who you were before we couldn't keep the promises we made.
I never said that I was perfect, but I know the way you lie.
When did you become somebody else?
And I hope that it was worth it as you leave it all behind.
But I need to know, was it something I said or something I did that pulled us apart and made you forget?
You were just as much to blame.
I try to keep it honest, but I just pushed you away. I crossed too many lines with all the things I didn't know I couldn't say. Somewhere beyond this, if I could just get you to stay, maybe you'll remember who you were before we couldn't keep the promises we made.
You changed it all, but watch me stay the same. And I think you should know that you can't play this game. I'm sick of chasing shadows of the person you became. A spark without a glow, a fire without a flame. I tried to keep it honest, but it just pushed you away.
I crossed too many lines with all the things I didn't know I couldn't say. Somewhere beyond this, if I could just get you to stay, maybe you'll remember who you were before we couldn't keep the promises we made. Promises we made. Promises we made.
Sick, dude. I mean, like, look, it's not really like my vibe personally, but like for what it is, I don't know, what would you even call this? Like new metal or something? Like a new metal duet? I'm not really sure what I would call this or like what it is, but like it's a little bit like cheeseball to me, like personally, but you can't deny that the production's really good. Like the recordings are really good. The mixing's really good. The mastering's really good. It sounds very radio friendly. It reminds me of like the new Linkin Park kind of stuff. You know what I mean? With the female singer. So that's saying a lot. Like that's a big compliment. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, pop metal. Okay. Like pop metal, like I've never even heard of that. So for me, like, this is like all kind of new. Just to give you some background, like I grew up on like post-hardcore and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I am a 90s kid and a early 2000s teenager, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Glassjaw, Poison the Well, Thursday, you know, some of that like screamo kind of stuff. Yeah, okay, there we go. Evanescence would be a really good, really good for this. Like I would say it's like Evanescence kind of vibe. And I never got really into that stuff, just to me, because I felt like it was too contrived, you know? Like I was just always like the kid that was like, I don't want it to be too commercial sounding and too polishy. I'd rather it be like kind of fucked up, you know, and dirty and just kind of messy and sloppy. But that being said, like this is really well done. The issue that like, and I hate to say this, but like the issue that this kind of music is going to have is that it's now competing with like every AI, you know, generative, like Suno, people like spitting this kind of stuff out with Suno. That's really fucking good. Like the Suno stuff will be just as good as this, you know, which is unfortunate because, you know, this is really, really good, obviously. And a lot goes into this stuff, I can tell. Like even your visuals and your guys' music video, like really good. Like fucking super well done, well produced. And it looks like you guys are doing well for yourselves. Like 2.6K views in 2 days. You have 10.2K subscribers to your music channel. Like it looks like you're really hitting it and you're doing it. So it's hard for me because like, you know, it's like if I told you, hey, check out this trap song that you're probably not into, you know what I mean? And you don't really care about much, you know, and give me a, you know, review it for me. You'd be like, well, it sounds like all the other trap music I hear. Yeah. For me, I'm like, yeah, this kind of like reminds me of Evanescence kind of vibes, but done well, like done better than Evanescence, obviously, because it's more like modern to me. But what I would start to think about with this whole thing, because it looks like you have a lot of things dialed in, your production, your mixing, your mastering, the musicians, like everyone's really locked in. And I know you've probably been doing this for a while and you've put this together. What I would want to know is like, how is the TikTok and stuff going, right? Like, how are you doing there? And are you finding, are you finding good success there? You know, I'm just gonna look here and see if I can find. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so here's the hard part, right? For this kind of music is, I really think you guys should try and get your TikTok, like get that popping. And I know like this is a like YouTube's a great platform for this kind of vibe, but YouTube and like music videos, this was like really a discovery platform for music. I'd say 10 years ago, maybe even like 7-8 years ago. I think TikTok is now kind of like where you want to take this. So, you know, even trying like cutting this up and I don't see any of this on TikTok. So for me personally, I'd want to see this happen. Like for myself, I just started a new profile 2.5 months ago, right? And it's at 18,000, you know, 0.2K followers, you know, and it's like literally just, this is growing an audience way faster than YouTube is or anything else for my music, right? Because TikTok is like where people discover music nowadays. It's a discovery platform. So if I even just look at my videos here, and I'm just giving you a little game here because I think that's where I would go with this if I was promoting it. Because everything, like, I'm not going to sit here and go, well, you know, I think the mix could be, you know, I think your mix is dialed in exactly how it needs to be for this style of music and what this is. And the visuals and everything. Like, there's nothing that I would say, like the melodies. I think the female vocalist is stronger than the male vocalist, you know, my personal opinion. And I like to be straight up with people. I think she's like really fucking good. And the duet kind of style, that's kind of hard. Maybe you should try and do, I don't know if you already do this, but like have songs just with her and have songs just with the guy and try to step a little bit outside of the duetting thing, you know? But that being said, like try to get stuff to go on TikTok, you know, because then you'll start to get actual fans, you know? Like you'll get fans like, lots of likes and comments and saves, and they actually will go to your Spotify and they will stream your music and they will become fans of yours. On YouTube, you're going to have to like promote it. You're going to have to run YouTube ads and you're going to have to like find your fan base. This is a middle of the funnel kind of place. So the people that are here are probably already fans of yours, and there's not a whole lot of discovery on YouTube. That's what I've found. But that could be different for you. I don't know. But I'll give you insight there instead so that you understand how to kind of market it better, because this song and like this music, you have a lot of potential here. I mean, I want to see, what are your Spotify numbers at, right? Like where are you at with Spotify? Major Moment. Because you really want to get things going. Yeah, you guys should be bigger than that. You should be bigger than 54K, Like this should be scaled up maybe twice that, or like way beyond that. So I feel like you're missing a market there. You know what I mean? Like you have good streams. I don't know what you're doing to promote this, if you're like mainly playlisting or if you're running ads, or actually I can usually tell if I just go here and check out stuff. Yeah, Mexico City or Sao Paulo. So you're running Facebook ads. I can tell there. You're not running very many Facebook ads though, so you must be getting on playlists as well. Yeah, discovered on. So you have This Is Major Moment. 587, that's 84, that's not bad. That's a Spotify one. So that's pretty good. You guys have been doing it for a while, I can tell. Let me see here. Discography. I'm just trying to find here we go. Discovered on. So yeah, a lot of playlisting, all new metal. This is Rock Queens of Powerful Women in Rock Music. Okay. Major Moment. Okay. Yeah. So that's made by you. You guys making your own playlist. That's good. Is this actually Spotify? Yeah. Okay. So that's good. You're getting on a Spotify editorial, it looks like. So this is great, but it's not going to help you like really grow this. Just to give you reference, it's like I don't release like super often, but I'm 126, 127. Like I'll stay right around there, if not bigger. And I've only put out like 20 songs. So, and not to compare, I'm just saying like you guys should be bigger than 54K on your monthlies. So, especially when you're doing this, man, this costs money, doing these kind of productions. I know you had to book a space. You have to get the lights behind you. You got to get the whole band together. So, yeah, something to just consider. But anyway, you guys, I'm out of time. I actually went over a little bit, and Philippines would eat that shit up. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of markets would eat it up. I think it's great music. It's running ads for sure. Yeah, it's yeah, we should have a chat, Major Moment. I don't know who you are on this Major Moment band or whatever, but yeah, we should chat about this. Maybe I can help you out, give you some pointers. I do an artist development program. I help people, kind of scale this stuff. And I think you guys should be way, way bigger than you are as far as all this stuff goes. But yeah, anyway, appreciate you guys coming through. Thanks for uploading music. And I know it's not always easy to put yourself out there, and have a guy like me just going, yeah, the fucking snare has too much 5K in it. You know what I'm saying? But if you got anything out of it, you guys show some love. Definitely subscribe to the channel and make sure you guys pay attention to the videos. I got a lot of videos coming through for you guys. And yeah, that's it. I'm always just here trying to add value. I pay for all this stuff out of my pocket for this channel. So appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. Oh, I just paid to skip the line. All right, we got one more. All right, nobody else paid to skip the line, all right? Because this is the last one. All right, what's it called, dude? I'm sure I'll see it on here. This will be the last one, though. Is it 9,000 Roads? Let's see. Must be, right? File under humanoid. Okay, we got 3 more skips. God damn it, you guys, stop it. All right, I'm gonna actually go through these 3 because I do want to hear a few more here. And plus, you guys paid, so I don't want to leave you hanging. My love letter to the fallout, romantic song about a man looking for his wife after the bombs drop. Okay, cool. Let's check it out.
I miss our loving night. I even miss our fights. You roll up, but you're on my mind. In the radiation sensation, no run for your life. I can't feel a thing without you in my veins. Yeah. Sorry that I let the sky fall. Sorry that it's always my fault. I've been a little tied up with the end of the world. Sorry that I'm such a letdown. I'm on my way now, and I walk the wasteland, broken in two, till I find you. Last day so dark and cold. Wandering the streets, where did everybody go? Now I'm disgusting, little heart of gold. So baby, stay put, I'll be there soon. Sorry that I let the sky fall. Sorry that it's always my fault. I've been a little tied up with the end of the world. Sorry that I'm such a letdown. I'm on my way now, and I walk the wasteland, broken in two, till I find you. I missed our loving night. I even missed our fight.
Yo, that shit hits, man. I like that. That shit's super dope. It reminds me of like Linkin Park, like Chester kind of shit right there. Sorry that I let the sky fall. That shit's sick. Love that. So good, man. Maybe my favorite song of the night so far. So this one, for me, dude, like, I feel like this is a 2-minute and 20-second song, not a 3-minute and 24-second song. You know what I mean? As much as I'm sure you work so hard on like making it longer and like guitar solos and all this shit, like, bro, this just like hits so hard. You gotta like let it impact people and then want them to like, they have to want to go listen to it again, you know? Because what you have here is a chorus that is like addictive, you know? Like you're waiting for that. Sorry that I let the sky fall. You know, like everyone's waiting for that. So just fucking give them 2 minutes of it and then make them listen to it again. I'm just telling you, man, like I'm trying to give you game here.
But you're on my mind. In the radiation sensation, no run for your life. I can't feel a thing without you in my veins. Yeah. Sorry that I let the sky fall. Sorry that it's always my fault. I've been a little tied up with the end of the world. Sorry that I'm such a letdown. I'm on my way now, and I walk the wasteland, broken in two, till I find you.
Yeah, dude, that chorus hits, man. That shit's so sick. I'm telling you right now, though, like, make this shorter. You know what it reminds me of, man? It's like, It's like if like you have some Michael Jackson influence in there. And I know it's maybe not pulling from that. Maybe it's like from like, you know, Screamo, like Thursday and, you know, those kind of bands. But dude, I'm telling you, like it has like some Michael Jackson in there. It's like if Michael Jackson, Screamo, and Linkin Park like all got together and made a song. That's what this would be. Like, so I would use that on a TikTok caption, by the way. Like Michael Jackson, Screamo, and Linkin Park all had a baby. Dude, it's sick though. I like it. I think it would do well in sync licensing as well. You should pitch it around. You should do like a trailerized version of this as well. It's good, man. Good work. Killer. My favorite of the night for sure. I'm just going to, I think I star this. Yeah. Bam. Winner. Chicken dinner. Chicken dinner wiener. Wiener beaner. All right. Slow motion. Let's check it out. File under humanoid. All right, what do we got here? Baritone confessional over dusted synth glow. What the fuck, dude? You get into Chat GPT and like write a little pitch. I like it. Synth glow, like impatient guitars blooming into a cathartic synth-ready chorus. Serene grit, vintage shimmer. If Nick Cave met the National at 2 a.m., it'd sound like this. This is a new direction for File under humanoid. Serene grit, old shimmer. You heard it here first. Let's check it out.
Streetlight hums, you're standing close. All the noise, it falls behind. Feels like we got back borrowed time. Strangers passing moves the beat. Beyond this booth, we've both moved on. Same two people from different views. No grand words, just a space where we both wait.
Okay, so it sounds like you kind of lost it by verse 2 here. They're like, I don't know where I'm going with this. Overall, I would say you have like a mood you've set, but overall the production is like lacking in so many areas. It's almost like when you start to put together like a bunch of like Lego bricks, and none of them fit together. You know what I mean? You're like, I think I'm gonna put that on there, and like it's almost like someone just emptied a Lego brick like tub of Lego bricks, and like you have small ones, right? And you have big ones, and you have medium-sized ones, and you have like all these different size Legos, and they're all just like not able to connect. That's how it feels to me, this song. Nothing is connecting quite right. It's not that they can't connect, it's that they're not fitting together, right? The synth is in its own world. The drums are like, I don't know where the drums are. They're like some guy in the back of like some, stone room that's playing this drum beat, but he's not playing with the band. And everyone's like kind of like going and doing their own thing. The vocal is like, you guys, are you with me? And they're like, nah, we're going to play over you. Like your vocal gets lost all the time. There's a lot of pitchy parts and out of tune parts on the vocals. Just a lot of things just kind of disconnected here. And I think it has a lot to do with just like, you got to get better at this. That's what it is. And if you're producing yourself, like this is you producing, singing, writing, doing everything, mixing, mastering, you're doing it all. You're doing all of it not so well. And I'm just being straight up with you, and hopefully this is helpful for you, not like something where I'm like, you suck, man. I just want to give you that criticism and give you that feedback. You should find what you're really good at. Find the thing that you really like doing the most. Like, oh, I love writing, and I love, the writing part, or I love programming drums, or I love this part or whatever. And then find other people to come in and complement those things. I need someone to come in and play keys and figure out a chord progression. I need someone to help me, do this or do that or produce, or, I need someone to help me mix. I need someone to help me record, whatever. You should start working with other people just so you can start taking from their toolbox and their skill set and start putting it in your own toolbox. Because I'll tell you right now, what's happening in music is this complete dislocation of people working together. And that's why the music is getting, like why AI is basically taking over music, is because people are not working with other people that are more skilled with them anymore. They're all just sitting at their computer trying to do it themselves, when it's like, dude, well, you can't compete with Suno then. Like, that's impossible. It's going to be impossible for you. You're not going to go anywhere with this. But if you get in the room with other people that have been doing this a long time, and they know how to, show you things and like experiment and tell you that's out of tune. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do this. Don't do that. Try that. Try that. Try that. You're going to like learn so much faster, and you'll have your own style, which AI can't replicate because it hasn't been trained on you, So I think it's really, really important that you get around people, and even if you got to pay for the access, you don't have to pay to watch YouTube videos, right? Like I don't have paywalls up on this. You can upload all you want. You can watch all the videos on my YouTube channel, which are thousands of videos that I put up. You don't have to pay me anything for that. And I'll give you all the information that I've learned over 27 years of making music. But to get in the room with me and to work on a record with me, you're going to learn so much more, right? You're going to learn, oh, that's where I was fucking up. Oh yeah, I should think about that a little bit more, in my cadence and my lyrics and the melody line and the top line and what I'm doing harmonically with the chords. And I should think about the drums and how they should change and how they can't just stay in this weird, like, random loop in the background or whatever. Like, there's a lot of things that you can pick up from working with people that are professionals at this. And I'm a professional. I get paid. This is my living. I make a living making music. I don't make a living doing these live streams, obviously, or else I would do a lot more of them. I'd be super broke if I, did a live stream once every fucking, 2 months or something, and got paid like, $30, and then like YouTube takes half of it. I think I'd be living on the streets, actually, which ain't cool, man. But anyway, hopefully that's helpful feedback for you, because I do think that you're in the beginning phases of what you're doing here with music production and writing and everything. And, you need someone to tell you that. And I'll be that guy. Made this the other day on stream, currently on this sort of style, and interested to know what you think. It's interesting enough or to play it out. Also plan on starting a stream YouTube channel regarding music, mixing, mastering, etc. Curious on any tips you could give. Well, I'm not here to give tips on starting a YouTube streaming channel. I would say you're a little bit late to that game. But if you are going to do that, you need to do it. I don't know how long. Let's just listen to the song. Let's listen first.
Drama. You be too much. You be too much. Drama. Drama. Yeah. I gave you everything you wanted. trying too hard to solve them. Shit, you be too much drama. You be too much. You be too much drama. Drama. We've been going back and forth, and you treat me like a sport. We've been fighting on the porch. Our love fell off course, of course. Shit, you be too much drama. You be too much. You be too much drama. You be too much. You be too much drama.
All right, it's interesting. I think it's like kind of a hyper pop kind of vibe, which, you know, there's a place for that. But I think the hyper pop kids would be like, nah, this sucks. You know what I mean? So I think you have to be really careful, because this is kind of what people get into. They start dabbling in different genres, right? They're like, oh, I can make trap beats, you know, and they don't understand all the intricacies of it. I equate it to someone that works a 9 to 5 and they see their friend start a business, and that friend, you know, spends 10 years building a business, and that friend starts making good money and they start like actually having success with their business. And then the 9 to 5er looks at them and goes, oh, he started a business and he's like making all this money and he's doing really well. I should do that same thing, and I'm going to open up my own coffee shop, you know, not really understanding. From the outside looking in, it looks easy, but there's all these details and all these failures and all this other shit in between that you're not seeing and you're not understanding. And that's the same thing with trying to jump into a genre that you may not understand very well. And I'm not saying that you don't understand the genre. I'm just saying that in that genre, within that genre, you're going to have the heads. You're going to have the people that understand the genre. That's what they eat, breathe, sleep, live, drink. They're sipping on the Kool-Aid. They're swimming in it. They're making Jello shots out of the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? And they're all about it. And they study game every single day. And, you know, they're around in the studio with other hyper pop kids and using the plugins that all these kids use to make hyper pop. And then you're like, I can make hyper pop. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, jump in and you're like, I'm going to make a hyper pop track. And then you're like, drama, you know, and it's like, the hyper pop kids are like, this is whack. You know what I mean? So you have to be really fucking careful with that. What I would do with hyper pop and what I would, you know, think about, because here you're asking this question and I want to answer this question for you. Made this the other day on stream, currently on this sort of style, and interested to know what you think. Is it interesting enough to be played out? So what I think is that if you're going to make this style and you're going to go digging into this hyper pop idea, go study it, get really into it, make really dope hyper pop your way. But a better avenue is find your own thing and the thing you love making no matter what, and then introduce little hyper pop elements to it. And you may think that you're doing that right now, but I promise you, you're not. I promise you, like, a hyperpop person, producer, whatever, is going to be like, this shit is like trying to jack hyperpop and it sucks, you know? And then the other person that's like, oh, this is hip hop, you know, they're like, sucks, you know? So you got to find your thing and then just bring in little elements and sprinkles of the other stuff. A good example is like what I do with my music. What I do with my music is Bradley. Like, I do Bradley, but then I bring in soul, sprinkles of funk, sprinkles of rock, sprinkles of the things that I know and the things that I've played over my lifetime of music. And I've been playing music for 27 years, so I've played and messed with music for a majority of my life. So it's like I can take from the things that I love and add them to my own recipe. And they're just sprinkles. They're not like, oh, this is fucking soul music. You know, anyone, if I told them that's a soul song, they'd be like, that's not a soul song, you know? Otis Redding is soul music. You know, that's not soul. You know what I mean? So I can't tell them that that's soul. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm trying to make this clear for you. Like, You do your thing and then sprinkle in your other stuff. All right, let me see. I was going for more a Two Hollis style, which is like EDM chorus and pop verse shit. Yeah, but dude, it sounds like even the sample here, like this sample that's in the background. That right there is a hyperpop sample, you know? That's what they do in hyperpop. That's why it's called hyperpop. So as far as like EDM chorus pop verse shit, like that's like you're talking about an overarching thing. Like it's like saying a grocery store or a supermarket. Like then there's convenience stores like 7-Eleven, and then there's liquor stores, right? There's like sub genres under EDM and pop. Those are massive umbrellas. So just to say EDM or just to say pop, you're kind of like embodying so many things. Taylor Swift is pop, right? EDM like embodies everything that's electronic music. So, electronic dance music is everything that uses any sort of electronic element. You know what I mean? So it's hard. You got to get defined on what you're trying to do here. I think that would be the key for you right now. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if it does, but just trying to get defined on what you're trying to do, and your own voice is going to be the way to have a career in music in the future. You have to find your own voice, because otherwise you're just doing someone else, and Suno and AI is just going to do that so much better than you could ever even think about, and it'll do it in seconds, right? So you have to find your thing, and that's what people will connect with. They'll connect with you personally. So be yourself authentically, like as much as possible. I try so hard to do that with my music and my content, and sometimes it's really hard because you're putting yourself out there 100%, and then people start hating on you, and you're like, damn, they're really hating on me because that's me really putting myself out there. It's a lot easier to be hated on for being someone else, for being not yourself. Like if I did like trap music, I'd be like, oh, people don't like it. Yeah, well, I don't give a fuck because it's not really me. Like that's a different persona of Bradley, But anyway, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Hopefully this was all helpful, and hopefully you got a lot out of it. And if you didn't, then, I'm sorry. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Happy Sunday. Have a great week. Go kick some ass. Go make some more music. And stay at it. Stay at it. Just keep going. That's the key. Just keep fucking making stuff. 100%. And put it out there. See you guys next time.